do you find the city attractive? Do you like the people of this town?
Yeah, I mean, the first time I came here, it was really weird. I hated the place. You know, it seemed so bizarre compared to Britain. I was like 29 and I came here, and it was really
What was
weird.
that for?
For the Arkham Asylum too.
Yeah,
and
okay.
we came out and.
You were 29 when you did Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
God.
So we came out of here, and the great thing for me was that Anthony Perkins liked Arkham Asylum, and that was just, oh my God, Anthony Perkins likes Arkham Asylum. Yeah, Norman Bates loves Arkham Asylum.
How did you find out that Norman?
Someone told us. It was someone came down and said. I think we actually signed one for him. We didn't
He was
even
he's reading it in the shower.
Yeah, it was the whole thing.
That was a joke, Norman Bates.
No, I've often imagined myself in the shower with Anthony Perkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all Fred, why do people? What's the thing about LA? And why did you come here? Was it for the movies? Or?
It was love first. It was a guy I was in love with, and that was an era. But the city wasn't. I actually find the city is actually a much more people-friendly city.
Yeah.
It's got the reputation as being. And my best mate in the world, Robbie over there, and we work up in the hills, and he brings his wife and his kid over at lunchtime, and it's a very nice, friendly atmosphere, and it's very un-Hollywood.
Yep.
I think there's a lot of really good things about this. I don't think the cliches fit. I think this is a much more humane city than, say, New York.
You know, and I'm sure there are people out there who are having the most bizarre, nightmarish party nights, but we never find them.
Oh, don't worry. No, I think the fetish scene here is very strong, which I don't have any interest in that. That was another joke. So, talk to us about comics. I mean, while we were waiting for everything to get set up, I was remarking to this gentleman about the sheer volume of work he produces. And I'd love to hear you talk a little bit about what an average week is, what an average day is.
Yeah, well, an average day is just waking up and writing comics. It really is simple. If it's not comics, it's some of the other work that I'm involved in. But usually, up in the morning, an egg and toast every single day. An egg and toast.
How do you is it fried or boiled?
No, it's got to be boiled, and it has to be specific. Like, there's this moment between kind of 3 minutes and 3.5 minutes, and if I don't get that moment, the egg is ruined.
Yeah, because there's that horrible thing where it actually looks like, well, I shouldn't really dislike this, but it looks like sort of semen.
Albumin, that whole.
Yeah. and then there's when it's gone all tough and rubbery. I mean, it's somewhere between the semen and the rubber.
Yeah, so you've been there. You know. You know what I'm talking about. I'm sure everyone, they're all laughing. It's the comedy of recognition here.
Anybody who has ever worn a condom knows the combination of semen and rubber.
Okay.
It's a very particular combination. Chewing it is not pleasant.
No, and underwater it goes really weird.
Don't go there.
Which brings us to comics.
Yeah. But it does in a way, because my question for you is, are you looking for a breakthrough in content? Are you looking for something new to do, in terms of, let me go another way at this. I picked up my pull for the week here of 30 comics, 40 comics. There was blood on every single cover, without exception.
Yeah.
Which was astonishing to me. And sometimes a lot of blood. And the sex is still, it has to be decoded, but it's still there. Do you think we can make more sense of that as storytellers? Because it seems to me it's present in the material, but it's not really being, with your exception and a few notable others, it's not really being analyzed or dealt with.
Well, I do try, hopefully, to deal with that stuff. And I think all these books are very sexualised.
Yes.
The very idea of a superhero is pretty sexualised. It lends itself to violence, but at the same time, it was created for children. It wasn't really intended to be this, although it has those elements, and as adults, we can see those elements. So I've been preferring to bury them. Like fairy tales. Well, fairy tales can be really sexual, but they're not. You read them and it's the wolf, it's the girl. We don't really need to decode that, but if we're smart enough, we can decode that.
Right.
I'm trying to do that I want 14-year-old kids to be able to read this, or 8-year-old kids to be able to read it, and extract something different.